What is going on, guys? 2.0 here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I managed to get my Titan from level 1 to level 34, which as I make this video is the max level in the game, and I did all this in just 3 days. Now the reason I wanted to make this video is because I've received a number of comments lately asking me how I did this, as I told you guys when I made the Titan, and then the next time you saw it, which was probably in a weekly loot video, I had already got it to the max level. So before I explain how I did it, I will just say that to do this in such a small space of time, it took a lot of grinding the game out, mainly the story mode. There was a bit of pre-planning involved, and lastly a bit of luck came in as well. So the first thing I did was obviously make the Titan, meaning I was level 1, and then I played through the first couple of missions of the story mode. I always increase the difficulty of the mission, as the higher difficulty you play through each mission on, the more XP you will gain when you complete it. Now I am aware of a fast leveling up tactic that people are using, which is to play the Crucible, and I believe they say to play Control, as this levels you up the fastest because the games last long and you get kills whilst capping flags to maximise your XP. However, I knew I was going to need to play through the story mode anyway, as when it comes to doing daily Vanguard bounties, there's usually one each day for killing a specific target on a mission, such as kill Zydron in Eye of the Gate Lord, or kill Merok in the Sword of Crota. And so if I'm going to be able to do these bounties, I will need to complete the story mode in order to have access to all of these missions. So I thought it made more sense to just play through the story mode there and then. Now I believe once you reach rank 4, you have the ability to collect bounties. So after this, I would go back to the tower after every couple of missions and pick up every bounty that was available to me. As then, when I'm completing the next mission, I'm working towards the next bounty as well. Whether it be a bounty for killing 100 enemies with precision damage, or melee 30 enemies without dying, or just general bounties like that. And if I did pick up a bounty for something that cannot be done on a mission, such as 6 patrol missions, then I would just complete that as quickly as possible, as it doesn't take a great deal of time and it may level you up and make running the next mission on the higher difficulty much easier than it would have been otherwise. So after the first day of using my new Titan, I managed to complete the story mode along with all the bounties I had available to me, and this managed to get me up to level 19 and a half. This was on the Sunday, by the way. And then the next day I got on and did my bounties for that day and got my Titan to level 20. Once I had reached level 20, I was able to equip legendary and exotic gear, and as I had been playing Destiny for quite a while on 3 hunters prior to making my Warlock and Titan, I had already gained a few Titan exotics, so I equipped the exotic gauntlets called Ruin Wings. I then went to the Vanguard armor vendor in the tower and bought some legendary chest armor. So at this point I have exotic gauntlets and legendary chest armor, and my helmet and leg armor is still rare quality. So I picked up the rest of my bounties for that day and started working on those. Now here is where a good amount of luck came in. I believe I was working on the 3 public events bounty when a legendary Engram dropped after killing a captain. When I picked up the Engram, it was funny enough a leg armor Engram. And I will play the clip on screen so that you guys can see. It was extremely lucky, so I then took that and went to the Cryptarch and decoded the Engram, and he gave me the Commando Type 0 Titan leg armors. After all this, I ended up coming off for that day, which would have been on the Monday, and then the next day, obviously Tuesday, is the weekly reset. So the first thing I did was the Nightfall on my main character, where I got an Etheric Light. So I transferred this over to my Titan and used it to upgrade the leg armor that I had obtained from the Engram the night before. So now at this point, the only thing I was missing was the helmet for my Titan. What I did next was checked what Varix was selling for that week, and the armor he had brought with him for sale was luckily enough the helmets. So I had a few spare armor cores from the last week's Prison of Elders, which I took one of those out of the vault and purchased the Titan helmet from him. Then all it took was to complete the bounties for that day to earn all the XP from those, whilst wearing all my new armor, and this got me to be able to fully upgrade everything I had just earned. And that is essentially how I managed to get my Titan from level 1 to the max level in just 3 days. I did the story mode on the first day and accumulated a full set of legendary and exotic gear over the next 2 days. So like I said, there was a lot of grinding with the story mode and all of the bounties, and then a bit of luck involved as well with the legendary Engram drop and the fact that Varix was selling the one piece of armor I needed, which turned out to be the helmets. So I hope this clears things up about how I managed to get my Titan to the max level so quickly, and I hope that it will help you out if you plan on leveling up a new character or you are in the process of doing that now. But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. If you did enjoy it and you learned something new, please leave a like, as it really does help me out. Subscribe if you're new around here, as I do upload daily Destiny videos, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.